again. You all are welcome into the second part of present tense. Here we will just study about the remaining present tenses, their usages, structures, and some other relative information. Let's study. Before moving to the next, there is one topic, that is stative verbs that can be widely used in present tense. So we need to understand the fact about what are the stative verbs. So you will just get a sense that how some verbs are different than the action words. Okay, take a look at the stative verbs. Stative verbs are the verbs that describe a state, not an action, and cannot be formed in continuous tense. This means some verbs are there in grammar that are used to show the state but not used to show the action. And already we have learned verb is an action word. For example, play, write, jump. These are the words showing action, but every verb doesn't show an action. Some verbs try to show the state, means what it is. For example, I like chocolate. Like shows the state, so it is a verb. Such kind of verbs cannot be used in continuous tense, means you cannot try to use ing form of that word and write down the sentences. It may be a bit awkward. For example, I am liking chocolate. Such kind of sentences are awkward. This means stative verbs never takes ing form. So while action verbs refers to an action, because all the action words referring to the action, but stative words are always describing some state. So there are some variations or the kinds of stative words which are look into this remaining part. Let's see the kinds of stative verbs. The first one is verbs of sense and the perception, which will give you the sense. We are having the 5 senses, okay, and the perceptions. Look at the examples of sense and perceptions: see, smell, hear, taste, touch, notice, and fear. These are some of the verbs that are used to show the sense and perception. Look at with the help of example. The honey tastes sweet, taste, perception or the sense. I see the garden from my balcony. Okay, this is the first type of stative verbs. Second, stative verbs of emotions, which are used to express feelings. Some verbs are used to express the feelings. Look at the examples: love, hate, like, dislike, desire, adore, wish, and many more are there which are used to express feelings. I like ice cream too much. And second, I want to have some rest. Look at the verbs used in this. They are used in the present simple tense. We cannot try to convert in present continuous tense, not possible. For example, I am wanting to have some rest. It's not possible in grammar. So stative verbs do not take ing form of the verb. Third type of stative verbs, verbs of mental state and activity. What's our mental state? Examples of these are agree, disagree, believe, doubt, trust, find, think, suppose. These are the some examples. Look at the exercise examples. First, do you understand poem? And second, do you believe in ghost? Examples of third, which are used to show the mental state or activity. Moving to the next, we are having fourth, that verb shows the possessions, means these are used to express ownership or a relationship. Look at the better with the help of examples. Which one these are? Own, belong, possess, have, etc. With the help of example, try to correlate that. This house belongs to my uncle. Belongs, state of ownership. Rakesh owes some money to me. Owes, that relationship. You can just note down here that I have a pen is used to express ownership. I have a pen. But the same word can be used to have action in ing form. Take a look at I am having breakfast. Here it is used to express an action because the action of having breakfast is shown with the help of this example. So every time you may have one or the other exceptions to the rules. And the last one in the stative verb is some other verbs such as appear, seem, look, consist of, etc. These are also are stative verbs used only in this case without having the continuation form. Example, he appears to be wealthy. Appears. Now he is appearing to be wealthy is not possible at all. So one last note we can keep it in mind about the stative verbs, that is many of the stative verbs are used to show voluntarily activity. Means according to the need of the performer we can use the stative verbs. So one basic things you have to keep it in mind, that is they are not at all used to have the continuous tense because it doesn't make the proper sense. That's all about the stative verbs. The present tenses. Here we shall begin with present perfect tense, its usages and structure. First of all, take a look at the meaning. Meaning says a work that is just finished but the result of it is still present. In this case, we do use present perfect tense. Action may have started sometimes in the past, completed in the present, but the result of it can be experienced at the present moment. Look at the example. It has rained. Maybe rain started somewhere sometimes in the past and it has completed its action in the present, and the result of that is visible in the present moment. That's a general use of present perfect tense. Meaning, take a look at the structure will help you to form the sentences in present perfect tense. Structure says we have subject plus auxiliary verbs. In this case we use has or have plus past participle form of the verb, that is V3, plus object plus any other form of sentence to be required. This is the general pattern we do follow for present perfect tense. Let's try to understand what are the usages of present perfect tenses. Some usages. First one, something has happened at an indefinite time. There is no fixed time when the something has or the action has been completed. For that we can use present perfect tense. Means action is completed but it has not been told the exact time of the particular action. Take a look at the example here. He has just finished it. So this sentence tells you that something has been completed but time has not been mentioned. So for that we can use present perfect tense, has plus V3 form of the given verb. Now you can note out here that we use a has with all the singular subject. We can use has with all singular subject and have with all plural plus the first person singular pronoun. Take a look at some other usages. Something began in the past and continued up to the present. Many actions that has been started in the past but still they are about to continue in the present. Look at here. I have lived in Mumbai for 4 years. Means Before 4 years ago, I went to Mumbai, and now it has been completed 4 years. So from last 4 years, I am living there, and still I am there in Mumbai. So I have lived in Mumbai for 4 years. Have lived. Something has just happened. At the time of speaking or at the present, something has been just happened. Look at, she has just completed the work. So these are some of the usages of present perfect tense we can, but try to locate the structure properly, which will help you to form the sentences in present perfect tense. But something you have to note down that while using present perfect tense, some minor things we need to keep it in mind, and there are slight differences between present tense and between other tenses. So we have to understand that which one is the most suitable tense to be used according to the situation. Take a note, some of the exceptions are there. Note 1 says simple past refers to the action when has completed in the past. Means when you use a simple present tense, simple past tense, it refers to the past action and also refers to the time of the action. Take a look at example here. I lost my book yesterday. Lost, that the action has been completed in the past, but when it has been completed? Yesterday, shows the time of an action. So you can easily understand that the action has been completed in the past. At the same time, present perfect tense is used to indicate only completed action without referring to the time. Present perfect tense used also like past tense to locate that the action has been completed but not with the time. Take a look at example. I have lost my book. Here, action of losing the book being completed but without locating the time. This is the one exception, so you just have to keep it in mind. So you can use either past tense or present tense. Okay. Next note number 2, it says has and have link past and present with the words like since or for. So when we use the sentences, in the sentences present perfect tense, we use has or have. But along with that, if we use since or for, it is used to understand that the sentence is referring to the past or present. Take a look at here. Since. Since is used for starting of time, starting point of action. Take a look at example here. I have lived in Kolkata since January. So you are living in Kolkata, but the time of living started from January. That is called a starting point of your living. So since is also used to refer to the past time, but it is related to the present. Okay. For, it is used for the period of time, means for how many years. Okay. So it is generally used for the period of time. Example, I have lived in Kolkata for 3 years. So your action of living in Kolkata continues for 3 years. So this is how the present perfect tense can be used in the sentences along with the since and for to represent past and connect with the present.